Hey guys, it's Kelly and welcome back to my channel. Check out what's behind me. It's a 2025 Lincoln Navigator. It is redesigned. It is $125,000 and I'm so excited to bring you today's tour. If this is your first time joining me, hey, I'm Kelly and I'm the car mom. I review cars for moms and for families. I'm a mom of 4 and I'm a certified child passenger safety tech. Let's get started. Now, I have a Ford Expedition Max, so this is basically the luxury version of my car. I have always been a fan of the Navigator from a car seat standpoint, from a functionality standpoint. However, the exterior and the interior styling always fell a little short to me, especially compared to the Cadillac Escalade. So today we're going to see if for 2025, with this redesign, Lincoln now has a seat at the table. Let's start with the exterior. I think it's aggressive. I think it's fresh. I like even kind of like the sportiness of this logo, of all these like little mini Lincoln logos, and then our big one right here. Now I know it's raining, but I think that this matte gray color actually looks great. Normally this isn't my favorite color, but it's a darker gray. The black accents, the chrome accents, all of it looks stunning. The wheels for me are a little much, but that's okay. Look at this Navigator badging right here, looks good. Now this is the extended, so this is the Navigator L, which means we've got a lot of extra trunk space. Coming around to the back end, they've really freshened this up as well. And they took away a lot of the chrome and they've just made it a lot more sleek and modern. There's something a little off about the back end for me. It's almost like it's, for this size of a car, it needs to be like even a little flatter. I don't know. It's not my favorite back end. I think the front looks better than the back, but I think it looks better than the previous body style. So the exterior is new. It's fresh. The interior, though, is even crazier. So let's go take a look. The interior is incredible. I mean, it's literally an experience. Let's start simple. Okay, let's start with the door panel because this is still important. We've got some nice two-tone, some beautiful chrome right here. Oh, I forgot my water bottle, my bad. But there is some good cubbies. They're a little square, but they're pretty deep. Look at the windows buttons, silver, no etching on them at all. Very minimalist. I mean, when the car is not on, like it really does feel there's not a lot of buttons. And even when there are buttons, like look at the steering wheel. Even when there are buttons, they're muted or they're just sensors. Like they kept everything very slick on the interior. And they brought us so many screens. Like the TVs in my house are significantly smaller than these screens. It is wild. So let's turn on the car. I mean, wow. First of all, this dinging. Every time. That's kind of aggressive. Okay, the first thing you're probably noticing is all the screens. I mean, there's 3 of them, they are large, and they've got a lot going on. What Lincoln has done is instead of having a dash and a heads-up display, they have removed both, and they've brought us instead this very big customizable screen. And I do think it looks pretty. I'm having some issues with it in terms of just like functionality, ease of use. And I think it's just a lot to get used to. I think I would get used to it in time, but my issues with these screens is that feels too high and this feels too low. And my eye so naturally just goes to all this dead space. So like where I'm always like trying to find, oh, where's the clock? Where's the map? Where's my climate control? And I feel like my eyes are really moving around instead of just giving me everything here. I really think there's ways that you can have a nice infotainment system, a $100,000 price car, $100,000 car without just trying. Like it's like kind of like they're just all trying to outdo each other. I don't know. This just feels, a lot of the technology I think in this car feels unnecessary, and it feels like it's just contributing to a price point that's just so unattainable for so many people. Even in the luxury space. I mean, the one we're reviewing is $126,000. And that's a hard price point to justify, especially for a full-size SUV like this and a Lincoln. I mean, just like if you look at resale value on them, like this would be a really hard investment to make in a vehicle like this. And I kind of wish they just would have taken the approach of, it's a luxury car, it's got nice materials, but we're not going to overdo with the technology, because I'm telling you, like there are decisions in here that are doing nothing but costing you money and frustration. And I'm going to point some of those out. And again, I do like this car, but like I have to be realistic, and I think that they overcomplicated the technology in a major way. So one of the first ways I just think they kind of missed the mark is they put so much technology in here, and you control it with these little buttons. So like, for example, to adjust my steering wheel, to adjust my mirrors, there's no buttons here. There's nothing on the side. Instead, I have to hit this button, And then I have to go to steering wheel adjustments, and then I have to adjust it up and down from here. I don't know. I find that, I mean, look how it feels a little finicky. Same thing with my pedals, with my mirrors. Okay, I want to do my left mirror. Okay, I want to bring my left mirror here. Okay, I want to bring it down a little bit. It's just such an extra step that I think is just going to contribute to like some really frustrated customers. Another example of this is your vents. They couldn't even put a little, like a tab to control my airflow. I have to go in here and I have to do it electronically. And I just find that such an unnecessary manual thing to remove from the car. Now, in terms of the rest of the infotainment, I think it looks pretty, and I actually do appreciate the customization of this screen. So if I go down here, I've got some different widgets that I can control to decide what I want it to say. So for example, maybe I'll throw fuel economy, time, and then, maybe the weather. That could be fun. And so now we have these customizable widgets, which I do think look really nice. I'm telling you though, I'm just having a very hard time training my eye to do infotainment here, everything else up here, eyes on the road here. I'm looking in a lot of different directions. So I just would prefer, I would even just prefer a really nice big screen here, just like putting it so far back to replace the dash, to replace heads-up display, probably wouldn't have been my choice. They've got some fun features and some fun collabs, which I actually do think is kind of fun. For example, like Rejuvenate, look at this. You can like do a meditation with Calm, a 5 or 10 minute thing. It'll put my steering wheel back. It'll recline my seat. It just turned the air on. Massaging seats just kicked on. Okay, it's actually kind of cool. It's actually kind of cooler than I was expecting. You can also pull up YouTube when you're parked. You can be watching your favorite YouTuber on the screen. I can watch it. The passenger can watch it. We can both watch it or we can both watch it. I don't know, just kind of a fun feature. I'm actually kind of into it. If it's your first time joining me, hey, I'm Kelly and I'm the car mom. RV Cars for Mom. Okay, let's move on from the infotainment and let's get down to just the functionality of the car. Okay, I like the piano keys. I find it very, very space saving. I'm a fan. We've got a lot of cubby space. So 2 cup holders, a wireless charger that doesn't work, USB, USB-Cs. I like that you can close both of these up though. That's nice. And I'm actually kind of a fan of the speckled dot. It kind of reminds me of like a Starry Night. I think with this little glass volume button, it looks really good. This actually is a little bit of a pass-through. So we have some additional storage underneath here. And then we've got the center console that also doubles as an armrest for both me and the passenger. Or you can lift it up, you have some more charging and some storage in there. So overall, I do like the cubby spaces. I like the interior design. To me, just the screen's a little goofy. But that's enough up here, you guys, because at the end of the day, this is a family car. So we got to get to the second and third row. Okay, it's time to get to the second row. Now, of course, I have the captain's chairs in this one. Because I have a lot of thoughts. And I've been driving this car, okay? So look at this. Look at the back of the seat. There is not a lot of room here, especially with these screens that I do not like. They're taking up space. It's affecting rear-facing installation. It's so close to my children. I don't like that. Like if I want to give my kids a tablet, like I'll make that decision. I have to choose every single time. So I would absolutely not have these included in here. I'm also just shook by the fact we can't have sunshades in this price of this vehicle. I mean, they're so worried about giving me a spa experience and so unworried about my kids having sun in their eyes. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think the biggest thing is, though, I am just surprised how much smaller this feels than the Ford Expedition. I mean, that's all that it goes back. That's not a lot of room for the size of this car. Now, as far as the car seat hardware is concerned, we have lower anchors on the outboard seats, 2 sets of lower anchors in the third row, tether anchors in all 5 seating positions, which that's exactly what the Ford Expedition has. That's what the last Lincoln had. So it does have the hardware. It also utilizes the car seat tilt. It's power, which isn't my favorite because, I mean, who has the time? But you could still access the third row even if you had a car seat installed. I'm just like, look, it doesn't like that. It gets so mad with that screen there. And then we get into the third row. Now, third row feels very comfortable. Again, this is a full-size car, so I expect a full-size adult to be able to sit comfortably in the third row, and I do find that to be the case. We have heated seats on this trim level, cup holders, our seats recline, we have ceiling vents, and it's overall, it's a very comfortable usable, drivable third row for adults. So no notes back here. Okay, so we do have the L, which means it's the extended wheelbase. So I have a good sized trunk. I mean, I really do. I'm very happy with this. I also love the split tailgate that was added for 2025. Probably one of my favorite features that they've added. I think it's so crucial for families to like pack their trunk full to make sure things don't fly out. Now, it also has this shelf, which Lincoln and Ford are very excited about this shelf. And you know what? I'm excited about it too, because I like when things have some versatility. Okay, so you can just pop this shelf into place. And now this actually makes more sense if you don't have the extended wheelbase, because then the back of the seat is touching here, but then you do have like that two-tone shelving. But what's cool is you can take this and make it into a comfy seat back. I mean, it's actually very comfortable. Or you can pop it up like this and then make it a table. So you could serve food here for a tailgate, or your kids could sit right here and have like a little place for them to eat. So I think this was well thought out. Like, I feel like the team who did this is not the same team who did the one up there. This is innovation to me. I'm a big fan. For being a piece of plastic, I think this is pretty cool. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this 2025 Lincoln Navigator tour. Overall, I think it's a very family-friendly car from a car seat setup. I think the technology is interesting. I think the car is beautiful. I think if you have the money to spend, the Navigator is a good contender. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you next time.